Welcome to Come and Eat with BelleFleur. This is a new show of food from different cultures presented by Shapaism Entertainment. I will visit different restaurants to show and experience the Haitian food and different cultures. I want to be clear, this is a food and culture show to talk about our food and to promote the restaurant, not just in my city, all the cities, all the state, or all over the world, possibly. I'm obsessed with great food. Please come and explore with me. By the way, I want you to do three things. These three things, it's WSS. It's watch, subscribe, and share. Once again, come and eat with me. This is BelleFleur. Thank you.
Orlando, how you doing,
Orlando, Alexandra, how are you guys? Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to actually shoot my first episode for my new podcast restaurant. So I'm trying to go all over the place and meet with owners like you guys and see what I can do and put it on my YouTube channel and in the city, even in the states, and even all over the world. So we see where it's gonna take us.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and then feel free you just answer, and we see as it goes.
No problem.
If anything that you don't like, you tell me, and then we edit it. You
No
understand
problem.
what I'm saying? Okay. Me, I came here before. We had a brunch. I came here before years ago, probably a year, almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
When I heard the name Humidor, it sounds sexy as hell. It sounds very sexy. So now I'm thinking, who come up with that name, Humidor? It's like a baby who just has been born. The father, the mother tried to come up with a name. And which one of you guys thought of that name, Humidor?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. The name Humidor comes from the culture of cigars.
Okay.
So the Humidor is where you keep and preserve cigars.
Mm-hmm.
So because this is a cigar lounge with the restaurant component, I wanted to make sure that every time you mention our name, it encompasses cigar, because that's where our love and our passion between myself, my business partner, and everybody that's involved. That's what the whole idea was centered around, was cigars, because we love cigars. So a humidor is actually where you keep and preserve and store cigars.
Okay. All right. So now, do you have any idea here in Snellville. We're in Snellville, right? Have you guys thought you're going to open another one, or you just gonna keep that one here
You know,
in Snellville?
the idea to open another lounge or an extension of Humidor is always floating around in our heads. This is a lot of work,
Okay,
right?
okay.
We make it look easy. Everyone that's involved makes it look easy, but it's a significant amount of work. So would love to. I don't think it would be in Snellville for sure. It may not even be in the Atlanta market at all, because the Atlanta market right now is really saturated as it relates to cigar components, cigar lounges, things of that nature. I mean, 5 years ago, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, there we were the only cigar lounge, one of the first and only cigar lounge in all of Gwinnett County. Now there's five of them in the
Oh wow,
space of 5 years.
wow,
So
wow,
if you
wow.
do that mathematics, it's one cigar lounge. Since we've been here 5 years in operation, it's one cigar lounge opening up per year since we've been here. And that number is even bigger in the Atlanta market. So the idea is if we were to look to expand and to grow, it more than likely would not be in the Atlanta market. And it probably would be something a little bit smaller than what we have right now. This is considered, in the cigar world, this is considered a really large lounge,
Yes, it is.
right? So we would probably do something smaller. But that idea of growing is always on the top of our minds as business owner, my business partner, myself. That's always a possibility.
So, how long Humidor has been open?
5 years.
5 years. Wow, wow. So now, what are some challenges have you had since you opened?
Well, I mean, as a business, as you know, in business, there's every day is a challenge. The challenges are how do you fight inflation? How do you make sure to stay profitable with inflation? Prices continue to go up on items, and your biggest challenge in this type of business, to be honest with you, is the human resource aspect of it. Is the people. People are it's the hardest thing to manage, especially in today's climate where people don't really want to work. Right, in the restaurant business, there's always a cyclical thing that happens, with employees. People turn around, turn around, turn around. They come, they make money. As soon as the next new thing happens, they're off to that. So that's the issue. We've been fortunate enough in some regards that most of the people that we have here have been here longer than a year, and some of them going on as long as since we've been open. But that's the most difficult thing. And of course, fighting the competition. Like I said, literally a cigar bar or a competitor open literally almost every year since we've been in business. And whenever that happens, you always have to understand the ebb and flow of competition. And that those things become challenging. And of course, continue to make sure that you remain relevant, because as the new thing happens, you run the risk of becoming non-relevant. So you have to make sure that you continue to do things to enhance your business or enhance your service, so therefore that you maintain relevance.
So, what's inspired you to become a restaurant or business owner?
Well, I mean, I've always had a business mindset. I come from the business background.
Oh,
I
wow.
worked in commercial investment for almost 30 years. Prior to that, I worked in the restaurant business. I was a general manager for a number of different national brands. So I understood the restaurant business, back of the house, front of the house. And then, for example, I've worked at the Cheesecake Factory, TGI Fridays. And of course, having upon finishing college and working in the corporate world and commercial investments, I was able to hone in on the business aspect of running a business and being a business owner. So you put those skills together, and it makes me a perfect person to be a restaurant owner, business owner, because I understand it from all angles.
Yeah, I'm catching a lot of things you just say. So now, what briefly, because there's a lot you've said which is catching our attentions, especially my attention. But what do you see for the future of Humidor?
I really believe that there's a bright future for Humidor as long as we continue to stay authentic to what the original culture what the culture is: cigars, great service, great food in an enjoyable atmosphere. That's really what our background is, and that's really what our motto is. Our motto is drink one, smoke one, and that's really means come in, have a drink, sit down and have a smoke. We don't want to lose the culture around cigars, and we believe that it doesn't matter who comes and goes, as long as we maintain that authenticity of somewhere you can come and get smoke your cigars, smoke cigars, get quality food, quality service, and that personal touch of there's always an owner here. You know, you can always put a face to a name with an owner. Hey, Ro, hey, Vern, hey, Alex, hey, whomever else is involved. There's always somebody of the ownership body that's represented in the building, and that's important to us because we believe people like that. People like knowing that they have a relationship or have some reference with the owner or managers and things of that nature. Those things are important. The bigger you get, is the lesser you're able to do that. So your culture kind of dissipates, so to speak, and then people are just it's up to them to make choices.
I know you speak of a lot of cigars. So I went over there, I've seen the cigars, I was like, wow.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
So now, I know also it's a restaurant because last time I came here for the brunch, it was banging. So now, what's your most popular dish here? Because before I leave here, I might have to get something to eat.
I mean, we sell a great deal of almost everything. I think I'll name a few. I don't think there's any particular one. People love our wings because we don't just do wings where you take them out the box and drop them in the oil. We actually season our wings for 24 hours. Right? So all our wings are seasoned 24 hours ahead. Our lamb chop is very special. That's also seasoned 24 hours ahead. Everything we do is about the seasoning. It's really infusing that Caribbean aspect of who we are into our food. It's not your typical just throw in the grease and go. Like, we take pride in making sure that all our food is properly seasoned.
Okay. So now, before I leave, I think I'm gonna get the lamb. I'm gonna have to taste the lamb.
And then you certainly let me know how that goes.
Yes, all right. So, what does this restaurant, Humidor, mean to you guys?
For me, I can't really speak for my wife or anyone else that's associated with the business. For me, it's a dream come true. When you grow up like I did, you come from a country like Jamaica, you have the lifestyle that I grew up in, not with much, and you're able to come to the United States and fortunate enough to take jobs where you're taught certain skills, and then you're able to go to school and you're taught certain additional skills and additional literature, and you're able to now put that together to form a business that provides a service, so to speak, for people. That's a very rewarding thing for me to see that what you are able to put together, what starts off as an idea and now becomes a reality, that people actually appreciate it. And to the point that I'm sitting here having this conversation with you, I'm not a camera guy. I'm none of those things. I am just somebody who is passionate about business, passionate about my dreams, passionate about anything I put my hands on has to be successful. So for us to have been here for 5 years, where this started off as just an idea, and now here it is manifesting itself into something that people truly enjoy, that's the biggest gratification for me in terms of being a part of this organization.
Wow. Okay. So now, how Humidor can be reached? How people can reach you? Can say, "Oh, okay, I've seen this. I want to come here." Okay. How can you reach? Any social media?
Oh, absolutely. We're on all social media platforms. We're on Instagram at Humidor_cigar. We're on Facebook at Humidor Cigar. We have a website, humidorcigar-bar.com, that has all our publications on there, along with our weekly lineup. We have discounted food and hookah on Monday, comedy night on Tuesday, ladies' nights on Wednesday, karaoke on Thursday. Friday is just a party night where we run our social hour all the way till 10. And then, of course, Saturday night we party.
Oh, man. So I see you got all the screen TVs here. So big event like sports. You have people coming here and watch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're a restaurant, sports bar, cigar lounge.
Man, well, thank you, Alex. Thank you.
Man.
You're here with me on Come and Eat with BelleFleur. So thank you and thank you guys.
No problem.
I appreciate it. Once again, thank you.
You got it, man.
All right. Thank you.